That coffee is amazing. It's amazing. All right. And they always taste excellent in the something biblical is going on. Jesus is coming coffee cups. Guys, let me tell you what's happening. Mass animal deaths. They just don't go away. The Hosea prophecy. Before I forget, Stephen Ben-Danoon will be my guest. Rabbi Stephen Ben-Danoon, Messianic Rabbi Stephen Ben-Danoon will be my guest tonight. On Sunday Night Live, we're going to discuss Iran and Saudi Arabia and the looming war between these two factions within Islam. The radical Shiites of Iran, backed by the Russians, and the Sunni Muslims, backed by the United States, and how that Iran has taken over Yemen basically by using the Houthi rebels, and now are taking over Lebanon using the Hezbollah regime, or the Hezbollah rebels. And Iran is in Syria, on the doorstep of Israel, and in striking distance now they can get straight to Saudi Arabia. The Saudi Arabians are freaking out, and they're reaching out to President Trump. Israel's preparing itself for anybody to take a cheap shot at them or try to attack them, especially Iran. The Israelis have reached out to Saudi Arabia, who say, look, we will build an alliance with you. We're not coming after you. So it's the Iranians. So this is part of, I mean, we know Trump is in Asia, but this is really shaping up. Now, Stephen Ben-Danoon, who's a pretty good expert in that area, is going to be on my show tonight and be a guest to discuss the Middle East madness tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern. Do not miss the broadcast. Do not miss it. Here's what's happened. In Wisconsin, we just had a massive animal deaths taking place. Just unbelievable, massive animal deaths in Appleton, Wisconsin. Matter of fact, here's what's going on. According to reports, in Appleton, Wisconsin, there's been in the Fox River. There's nothing nefarious. There's no chemical spills, nothing toxic in the water. Yet thousands of fish are floating dead in the Fox River there in Appleton, Wisconsin. And it's stunning the residents there. It didn't appear to be anything chemical or something nefarious that anyone would need to worry about, said Kendall Kami, a Department of Natural Resources Fisheries team supervisor. These are gizzard shad, and they are a good food source for the area, but they aren't particularly well adapted maybe to handle cold water. But now that's not working for me either, because do you know how cold the water gets in Appleton, Wisconsin, folks? Do you realize how cold the water gets in Wisconsin? So to say the fish just got chilled all of a sudden and couldn't handle it is just really not working for anybody. Because these fish are used to, they've been up there, they can adapt, they have adapted to that type of temperature. So something else is going on. No chemicals, no pollution, nothing nefarious. There's no reason that these fish are dying, unless you believe the Bible and the Hosea prophecy. Now in the Hosea prophecy, the Bible says in chapter 4, and this is why I wrote the book, Hosea prophecy, to explain mass animal deaths and how they relate to these end times. You have to understand that the prophet Hosea prophesied of events that was going to happen because the children of Israel and the people of the world basically were no longer following the words of God and were walking in idolatry and rebellion. And so here's what the prophet prophesied. He said, hear the word of the Lord, you children of Israel. This is Hosea chapter 4. For the Lord has a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there's no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of God in the land. By swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out, and blood touches blood. So because of mankind's sin, therefore shall the land mourn, and everyone that dwelleth therein shall languish. With the beasts of the field and the fowls of heaven, yea, and the fishes of the sea also shall be taken away. Now, just in the last few days, here we go again. This year alone, there's been 416 known mass animal deaths in 77 countries around the world. Since Halloween, here's just a few. Halloween, October 31st, 70,000 fish died in a lake in India. Same day, Halloween, 132 dead seals washed up on the shores of Russia. November 2nd, thousands of fish died in a lake in India. Different lake. November 2nd, 400 dead turtles found floating off the coast of El Salvador. November 5th, massive die-off of fish in the waters of Mexico. Okay? This is just unbelievable. Go back to October 20th. There were 80 plus seabirds washed up dead along the beaches of Albany, Australia. It's unbelievable. October 20th, 125,000 dead salmon. They died in a farm in Scotland. October 17th, thousands of penguin chicks. Thousands of little penguin chicks die. Scientists think maybe it's starvation in East Antarctica. We could just go on. October 17th, 30,000 dead birds in China. So in other words, October 16th, hundreds of dead cattle from the wildfires in Portugal. October 15th, 103 dead whales washed up on the beaches of Brazil. So it goes on and on and on. My flag went down? Okay. It just doesn't stop. So we're going to continue to keep a close eye on all of these events. Know, though, that because of the wickedness of humanity, that God already said this was going to happen. And it's happening and has been since the first 5,000 blackbirds fell out of the sky in Beebe, Arkansas on New Year's Eve to bring in the year 2011. All right. So we'll be back with more current world events and how they relate to biblical prophecy. We're certainly living in the last days. Give your life to Jesus Christ. He's coming soon. He's coming soon.